finishing at Richmond. Sky One will be with us quick smart. Race 11 coming up here at Sandown Park on Sandown Cup Night, which we've seen some magnificent performances over the past couple of hours in the Group 1s here tonight, but there's 2 more races to go, and the next of them is race 11 here. Now we see a runner at almost double figure a quote now. Dr. Alleviate the 6, $9.50. Michael Ty, she's your on-top selection. Now we'll get to why shortly. Nathan Rooney, what's your take on this?
It's a very hard race to dissect here. There's a bit of speed drawn in 1, 2, 3 and 4. What wins that speed battle is going to be interesting. Paul Rayners hasn't been able to navigate the first corner at Sandown on both runs. So off box 1, if he gets crossed, he might push wide. I didn't know where to start here. I thought Poor Sapphire might have the most speed and might be able to get across the early speed battle, but I respect Michael Ty's opinion with Dr. Alleviate. Good run out of the Sapphire Crown last week. I thought Poor Tarkov suited by the wide draw as well, but I went 4, 7, 5 and 6 in a race that I really find hard to find a clear-cut speed map or winner.
So box 6 last week, but Dr. Alleviate duck. She's got 6 again, so how does she navigate that to be able to win this race?
Well, I think Joragumo should be slow out in the 5, Poor Tarkov, and Dr. Hopper should stay out wide. She's capable of beginning better than what she did in that Sapphire Crown. 3 runs back here at Sandown Park. She was millimetres off crossing to the lead. She just got clipped from behind. I think it could have been a completely different race. And then the next start at Sale, she came out and went bang in 28.71. And I don't mind her drawn wide anyway. She's a sort of natural mid-tracker. And I just think she's been well backed here in the last minute or so from 11 into 7.50. I just think she's a great each-way play here. 6, 2, 4 and 3. Chris Tess has also been getting closer to a win this campaign. Must be respected, but I'm very keen here on an each-way basis on Dr. Alleviate.
Wide open race in the second last on Sandown Cup Night with the values we just heard from the duck. Dr. Alleviate, number 6. Let's get the Dan Hibbard for race 11.
Back to town tonight, won 6 of 19. 480 for Poor Tarkov, 4th at the Meadows to Spring Miles last start. They get set, race 11. Green lights, lure on the move. Good race, even field, they're set. Racing, Poor Sapphire jumped fast, so did Silver Mac, but Poor Sapphire's going to burn them off. Poor Rainer railing through. Across with the deep Poor Tarkov as Poor Rainer wanted to get up the track. So Chris Tessa got a good run through. Now deeper in Joragumo, pushing between runners with Poor Tarkov, and then came Dr. Rainer. Well back Dr. Alleviate. Dr. Hopper, Silver Mac, but it's Poor Sapphire on Sapphire Crown Night. She leads by 4 legs. Joragumo's trying hard. She's getting tired. Poor Sapphire. Great by Joragumo. Joragumo has got up to win and beats Poor Sapphire and Poor Tarkov. Chris Tessa, Poor Rainer. Then came Dr. Alleviate, Dr. Hopper and Silver Mac. 29.73 the time.
Joragumo wins at double figure odds, and geez, surge late to roll Poor Sapphire, who was a leader for the big part of that race, and the time 29.72, and the run home of 10.90. Nath probably explains the way the last stage of that race unfolded.
Had every possible chance. Poor Sapphire followers was able to get across the inside runners, as we touched on pre-race. Poor Rainer doesn't handle the first corner at Sandown. He had box 1. He ran them all off, let her pinch a big gap, but she staggered home 10.90, and she's got run down by half a length. So 10.93, 10.94 home. Just not going to win many races, Poor Sapphire, with that run home here tonight. But Joragumo, he's a wise old campaigner, isn't he, Mickey? He bobs when you don't expect it, and he got a clear run. We were looking at early with Dr. Alleviate, thinking it might get a clear run in the early stages with Poor Sapphire showing speed and 7 and 8 staying wide. But Dr. Alleviate didn't quite take the run and get into the position that you were hoping where Joragumo got to, and that might have been the deciding factor of the race. But full credit to Ned McDonald. The kennel's going quite well at the moment, and his old stage of Joragumo was able to bob at a decent price in that race there tonight at Sandown.
I saw Darren here earlier too, so it's good to see he was on track to witness Joragumo notch up his 18th career win. And yeah, so Dr. Alleviate just missed the start, then wanted to go around them rather than try and hunt for the rail. So probably just too many mistakes from that point of view. And Paul Rainer was another one, as Nave touched on, who wasn't suited to the inside draw.
All right, so that's a race 11 done and dusted, and there's that great shot that we've seen all night from behind the boxes, which, I mean, we do heavily appreciate our head-on vision, but it's certainly a different perspective looking up the backsides, and I say that in seriousness because it is actually valuable vision, as we've seen all night, boys, and Joragumo wins the 11th with one more to come here at Sandown Park. Okay. Special guest by our side here. His name is Brendan Dewan. He's the co-trainer of Dewana Star, who won tonight's Group 1 Harrison Dawson final alongside his son in Matty Dewan. And Brendan, I'm sure, look, you've had a long career in this game. This would have to be the highlight of the lot. Is that right?
Yes, it'd have to be the highlight. I've had some good dogs over the years that have won city races. I've been very lucky in that with the breed and that. Yeah, this is the highlight for sure, Chase.
Sounding pretty modest, Brendan. That's not like you here. What's going on? Dockler, I want to talk about not only Dewana Star, but the maiden you produced at Warrnambool. I thought she might have been taking over the mantle in the #1 kennel before the last couple of runs from Dewana Star. But
and what's her name, Nath?
Dewana Lynette.
And let's get Lynette in.
Here we
Make
go.
some
We'll get
room.
The whole family in
Brendan,
here.
tell us about that greyhound. How good is she?
Well, I've had a few good bitches. I've had Dewana Babe, Dewana Demi, Dewana Classic and that, but I think she will be the best of them. When I started off, Matthew said to me, Dad, I think you should be running this dog. I said, I want to give it a little bit of time to mature. I said, I'm just going to take it long quiet. Anyway, I took her to a picnic meeting, or Darryl took her up to Rogan. Just, you try to get half fields, and it's very hard to get a half field to educate the young dogs. So I thought I'd take her up there. Well, she ran the fastest of the day, but no one knew what she was, who it was, because she wasn't named. And that, so I had a bit of an idea of her ability, and we went up to Warrnambool to trial Dewana Star. He went 25.94 and she went 25.13. So I knew that the first look, knew she had a bit of ability. So I'm looking forward, and that I'll going to try and set her for the Princess in the Pink Diamond.
Watch out then. Now, Nate, just put the mic in front of Lynn there. Lynn, why did they call that star greyhound Dewana Lynette?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I don't.
I thought you'd be all over this. Why did you do that,
No.
Brendan? Named one of the best female greyhounds you've had after your wife.
Yes, because, well, I've been with her now for 59 years, so I had to pick one out that had a bit of ability, and that because Lynn's been the backbone of me with the dogs. When we used to have them at Edithvale, I'd be working on the coat truck and she'd be emptying them at lunchtime and that. Now that we've got Matthew's property, we've got 5 acres, we've got 400 metre straight run, we've got competitive sawdust runs, we've got walking machines, we've got everything you need to train the dogs at home. And that I've got to thank Matthew for letting us set it all up.
Brendan, I still remember Dewana Star when he had his first start at Warragul. He had box 1, and all he looked like he wanted to do was to get to the outside. So tonight, box 8 can be a nightmare over this 5:15 start. But knowing that that was his sort of natural pattern, did that give you that extra confidence tonight from that box 8 was actually a positive for him?
Well, Matthew was rapt to have box 8. I wasn't really. I thought, say, 5 or 4 would be suit him better. But Matthew said, no, 8's what we need, and he proved right again.
My word, he did. It was, the scintillating sectionals. You knew he could go quick, but did you think he'd go that quick at his second go here to the back?
Well, the dog had never, ever had a 500 here before last week.
Yep.
It had a post-to-post and that, but never had a 500, so I knew that he could improve. The dog, look, we made a mistake when we went to Hobart. We went over there. Anthony Bullock, he trains dogs for me and that over there. And we had these, we'd send him over, and you go into a kennel where there's 70-odd dogs, and it's a different atmosphere. And this dog fretted, and Anthony would say that himself. And we didn't see the best of him at all there. And then I took him to Sydney, and I was with a fellow place, a beautiful setup, Alan Williams, just out of Richmond. And we had no luck. He slipped coming out of the boxes on the thing, but that's racing. You've got to be a good winner and a good loser. So, you know, we come along. Now we will go for the Pink Diamond. And then as soon as he's had the Pink Diamond, that's on the 12th, I think, the final, if he makes it. Well, he'll go up to Brisbane because he's got a trial there, and we'll go for the Brisbane Cup. But he's also, Matty, entered the whole litter for a special race in Queensland. They've had 2 already, and there's one coming up in September worth 75,000. So he's eligible to go up for that.
And who would he stay with up there, Brendan? He'd be looking for a small kennel again up there?
Well, Steve White, he's helping me out, and the Zamets. He said that he'll arrange with Zamets to give me a helping hand up there.
Awesome.
And Lynn, as Brendan mentioned, you've been the backbone of this whole operation. Don't worry about that. But you've seen the effort that your son Matt and your husband Brendan have put in over the years. I mean, what does it really mean to them, and how proud are you of them to now be a Group 1 winning team?
I'm very, very proud of the both of them, especially Brendan, because we carted Matthew around when he was 15 with Malawi Prince. And I've always been with them when we've coursed. Coursing everywhere.
Used to go coursing
everywhere.
Terang and Camperdown, Charlton. There was about 15 coursing meetings and every...
Jeez, don't show your age, mate. Don't show your age, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm getting old. I'll be 84 this year, so I'm not getting any younger, Jace.
No, I'm very proud of them both.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Where does the trophy go?
Well, it's already gone. My granddaughter took it.
Took it home, but it'll be placed when he ran second in the at the Meadows at Silver Chief. Yeah. When he ran second in Silver Chief, we got the Dewana Star signs. I've got 2 up on the back of the kennels, and we put the cups and everything along the top.
Well, hopefully we can get a few more Dewana Stars and add a few more trophies along the way for you, Brendan, because it's been a journey and a planning procedure, and you've taken your time with such a very fast dog, and you deserve every bit of success and enjoyment you got tonight, and we hope it continues way on in time for the next few years.
Look, I say to any young person coming into it, patience is a real necessity with dogs. You've got to have patience. We've got 3 of the litter at home that have got injuries now. They'll be out for up to 5 and 6 weeks. One will be out for 3 months. But you just got to be patient and look after your dogs, give them every chance, and if you're kind to them and that, they'll be kind to you.
Magnificent words there, guys, and I'm sure you felt the love of the whole greyhound family over the past month, not just tonight, but since Warrnambool and everything. It would have been relentless. So soak it in. Don't take it for granted, because there's a lot of love around for you and your family. So congratulations, and if you do get another one of those signs, hopefully it says Dewana Lynette on it, and then you can put it in the bedroom. Good idea?
Yeah, but she doesn't sleep in the same bedroom.
Well, then we'll get 2 of them. All right, guys, thanks for coming on, and again, congratulations, and may it continue.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Have a good night. There we go. Brendan Dewan, Lynn Dewan, and of course their son Matt Dewan. What are you talking about, Lynn?
I just said it was so lovely with all the congratulations and the messages that we've had for winning from Warrnambool Cup. Unbelievable. Just, you feel the love.
It's terrific stuff. All right, we're going to
Long, mate.
got a race coming up, but we could speak all night.
you, Ronnie.
Enjoy it, soak it up, and I hope there's some enjoyment to come over the weekend. A nice fine dinner or something.